Hello, everybody. Good to be with you once again. Listen, more than 3 months have passed since the Hindenburg report attacked Adani and made it a major national and international piece of news. Everybody was talking about it. Where does it stand today, more than 3 months after the news broke? First, it's hardly mentioned in the news at all. It's gone. It's like history. Nobody cares anymore that there was such an attack. You won't find mention of it even in the financial press every day. It's rare that there is any mention of this issue. So it didn't have much lasting impact in terms of news, and as I will say, it didn't have much lasting impact in any sense whatsoever, except on the share prices of the Adani Group. The share prices of the Adani Group are still way, way below where they used to be. The market has not responded by raising the prices to the same level as before. Many people said the attack is not justified, the market will soon realize it, and the prices will go up. Sorry, it hasn't happened. What has happened is that the Adani Group is still trying to convince investors that they are solid. One action on their part is to repay their old loans to show that they are flush with money. They have enough money to repay. And in fact, they paid off some of the loans due in 2024 now, early, just to show that they have enough money to survive and thrive. Good. Let them do it. It's normal stock market activity and it's not very important to anyone. What has not happened is that the Adani Group has filed a case against Hindenburg in the US. This was the threat, and they'd hired a high-powered company to look at the prospects. And as expected, the case has not yet been filed. Maybe it will be, but there's no indication that it will be. That's because, first of all, what sense does it make for a US court to take up the Adani case when the Adani shares are not traded in the US at all? How is it their problem that the share prices of another company, foreign company, in a foreign country goes up or down? What's the US got to do with it? Nothing. Just because the company that issued a report is in the US, that is not enough. Now, I'm not a lawyer and I won't express a legal opinion, but this is common sense. But in case it gets to court, in case the Adani Group files a case in the US courts, it will mean a lot of trouble for the Adani Group. Because when you file a case, you have to provide a lot of information about your company, which you may or may not be willing to provide in a court. If you get what I mean, there are issues that companies prefer not to have exposed in the court. We saw this in the case of Fox versus Dominion. Just before the trial was to begin officially, Fox settled with Dominion, paid them more than $785 million, mainly because they didn't want some of their information to be exposed in open court. And that's the problem, that a company has to provide information which may or may not be very welcome in open court. So let me say that there was no attack on India. India has not suffered. It was all just hypersensitive feeling of people that anytime a company says something bad about India or a news organization says something bad about India, it's a concerted attack on India. Well, even if it is, how does it matter? India is far too strong to be hurt by these small attacks by particular organizations. We are too big a country, too mature, too stable, and too strong and too good to be affected by them. So next time there's any news report of this type, let's say yawn. Who cares? Say what you want to say. We have our own economy to look after. We have our own culture. We have our own politics, and we are going ahead with it. Okay, that's it for today. I'll see you next time in another video. Till then, bye.